Hi, so this is going to be a quick little tutorial on how to get started quickly with Firebase and Alexa using this Git repo we have. So you can kind of import the code, get a little Firebase database set up, and get started. So yeah, let's just kind of go through this documentation. First we want to create a new skill with Node.js Alexa hosted and a custom skill model. So let's do that. So I'm going to create a new skill. We're going to call it like video tutorial Firebase, and then custom skill model, and we'll do Alexa hosted Node.js. So then we're going to create the skill. And so then we also want to import. So up here, we want to actually import the Git repo. So let me just like copy this. So copy link URL, and then import skill here. And then we're going to import this. And so then we're going to wait, a minute or two for this to, build.
Approximately 10 hours later.
All right, so now that the skill is built, let's just change the invocation name real quick. So I'm just going to call this like, Firebase demo. And so I'm going to save, I'm going to build. And so after that is built, we've changed the invocation name. We can kind of move on to step 2, which is setting up Firebase. So I'm going to head over to the Firebase console, create a new project, and we're going to call it like, I don't know, Firebase Alexa video, or like, tutorial or something. So let's do that. Let's do no Google Analytics. And then let's wait for the project to finish creating. Cool. So now our project is created. And let's check it out. So see what we should do. So after it's finished initializing, go to the Firestore database tab and create a new database. So let's do that. So Firestore database. Then here, create database. Let's go test mode. And then let's use, I don't know, US East 1, sure. And then let's wait for this to finish, provisioning resources and all. Okay, so now that this is set up, let's see what's next. So we want to go to the project settings. So let's do that. So project settings. And then here we want to make a new web app. So let's call this, I don't know, Alexa Firebase video. We don't want to do any Firebase hosting. So let's register the app. And then, so this is important. So we want to copy this Firebase configuration key here. Because that will let us actually, use our Alexa skill to connect to our specific Firebase, database. So just like, copy this const to Firebase config equals, and then continue to console. And then so name and register your app, all that good stuff. So we get that. And then so what we want to do is head back over to the code section of our Alexa skill, and just here in line 13, kind of swap out your, swap out the Firebase config with your Firebase config, save and deploy that. And while that's deploying, I also just want to note super quickly that if you do end up making your own Firebase project, just pay attention to the export down here, because this is a really important setting that has to be made for, the Alexa developer suite or whatever to respond properly to some of these like async calls that we're doing with Firebase. So definitely like check out these exports or like what's going on down here. Cool. So now that the code is finished kind of building and deploying, just head over to the build tab real quick to double check your invocation name. So I actually changed mine to Firebase docs. It doesn't really matter what it is, as long as it doesn't have, keywords like Alexa or whatever. And so, just kind of copy that and then head over to the test tab. And so just change it from, off to development, and then kind of paste in your invocation phrase, which will kind of initiate the launch intent for the device. And so here, so then we get this initial kind of, welcome message. And so if you kind of look at what's going on here in the index.js file, we can see that we've triggered this initial like launch request handler. And so then what we want to do is we want to trigger the hello world intent handler, which will do all this Firebase, activity. And so let's do that. So let me pull up Firebase in one side, on like one side, and Alexa on the other side. Cool. So I have Firebase on the left and Alexa on the right. And then let me just type like hello. And so let's see what happens here. So it says hello world. And then let me refresh this. And we should have a new, yep. So we have a users collection, and then we have your kind of Alexa user ID, and the count is 0. And so then if I refresh this and I do the same thing, so if I type Firebase docs and then I type, hello, we're going to see the count should get updated to 1. Yep, so now the count is 1. Yeah, and so, I mean, that's pretty much like, getting Firebase set up as quickly as possible. I really recommend like going through this code and kind of seeing what it's doing in terms of, if the document already exists, it creates a new one. Otherwise, it just updates the count. But yeah, hopefully this was a helpful little quick start guide with Firebase and Alexa. Thank you.